Hi, I'm Katy Bray, and I thought it was probably time for me to explain a little bit about myself and how I work with people. This is a question that I get a lot, and so I thought it just made sense to share right here with you if you were curious. So some of you may know from watching some of my videos, my background is in Ayurveda. And I'm also a lifelong clairvoyant. And so I have this lifelong passion and love affair with what's beyond the veil and what helps us live at our highest capacities. Because I believe that we all have this wellspring of capacity. And the majority of us, myself included, we're not really trained how to use it. And I think that that's fair. That's no blame, no judgment on parents, guardians, none of that. I think it's an important part of the human experience. But I feel that we've gotten to a place in the world where, we don't have the luxury of not knowing ourselves in certain ways. That for those of us who know that there's so much more than what meets the eye, I think it's important that we find our version of expressing that. And so when I work with people individually and in groups, and when I do retreats and events, for example, I like to help pull these things out of people. So when I'm going into session, we'll just use that as an example. I actually spend about 30 minutes prior to every session in meditation. And I don't need that time to get my intuition, clear and working. I'm clairvoyant, empathic. I don't really need to do a lot of tuning in, to be honest. But what's important to me is that I am calling in the highest energy, that I am asking for protection of the container that I am creating with whoever it is that is coming to me. I ask and request that the information that I receive is only of the highest and best good, and that it is without any of my own agenda, any of my own attachment, and any of my own projection. I make sure that the other person is clear, and of course I make sure that I'm clear. And I ask for just impressions, information, what's valuable for me to share with this person when we are first connecting. So I ask for the energy as well. So there are energy transmissions that come through me that are specific to whatever the needs are of the person that I'm working with. Sometimes I don't even know what they are. I can just feel the energy coming through me. So when we get on our call, which is either Skype or Zoom or over the phone, with the option is always to record a session. I usually will start out by asking what your intention is for the session without asking for too much information. I just like to hear what your intention is. And then I give a few minutes of what I call a download. So I usually take notes after my meditation, and I come to the session already prepared to share the information that your team would like you to have. And in that, there is often energy. So if there is energy that you need or things that need to be cleared, there will be that energy in there as well. And more often than not, the information that I come with is connected to exactly what your intention for the session is. So what happens during a session is you might find me say, okay, I know that you probably already know this, but I'm being asked to highlight it for you. And I'm being asked to speak it from a certain place within my body and get the energy, sort of throw seeds of energy into your energy body in a specific way. Now, I'm not necessarily in control of this. I just know that my intention is aligned with what I'm being given. And so I will speak certain words into the energy body, into your energy body, so that it lands where it needs to. So if there are blocks or leaks or fragments or anything that is out of alignment, that energy actually starts to move and work with your energy system. So again, it doesn't come from me. And because I create a very safe, very sacred, only of the highest energy container prior to starting, I always really trust the energy and information that comes through me. Now, I will go across the board in a reading, if you will, or in a session, because my ability to see and get insight and information is there. I will also often hear, if there's a mantra that you need to work with, if there's something going on with your diet that could help you be more balanced or more centered, or maybe something isn't really good for you at all, and we need to eliminate that. I may get certain kriyas or yoga poses, asanas. I might get certain breathing techniques that you need to work with. So with my Ayurvedic background and having taught meditation and yoga and breath work, including my love and passion of looking and interpreting chakras, and also seeing a person's higher purpose, looking into their 8th chakra and getting some of their life themes and the reason for being. What I like to do is take all of the information that I get and help you see the highest version of yourself, just like I'm seeing it. And then taking the energy and the resources and the information that we can receive to help you line up to your greatest possibilities. So it's not so much that people come to me for hearing about their future, although that definitely comes into play. It's more that we are preparing you to be the receiver of the future that is available to you. It is an anchoring into your purpose where you can feel more resonant and centered and established and grounded into what your next steps are. So it's always about following those next steps. It's about helping clear your intuition so that you can learn to trust your own intuition that much more. All of this happens by way of the energy and information that I get on behalf of you. And so while I'm sending energy transmissions to you and giving you information, you are free to ask any questions that you want to ask. And I will give you whatever answer I get. If I'm not getting an answer, I will tell you that. But often, more often than not, I get very clear answers of what your next best steps are so that you can live fully out and fully into your purpose so that you can be on your highest destiny's path and that you can work with whatever is coming your way because you have sort of a template now that you get to work with. So I hope that answers your questions. I've been getting a lot of them, and I was hoping to sort of cover a lot of ground. One of the questions is often, how does Ayurveda fit in with, the clairvoyant work that you do and being an empath? And, Ayurveda and the work that I do fit in beautifully because what I'm looking at is the totality of your energy system. I'm looking at how food, how sound, how environment, how relationships, how in tune with your purpose you are or not, how those are all impacting each other. So there really is no difference between the different layers of yourself. I see it all. I help you see it all, and I help you map out energetically and intentionally and feet on the ground logistically how to get there. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, make sure you subscribe. You can like it as well, and you can watch more of my videos right over here.